The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business. Right here in Central New York. The Local Show is locally produced by Zoe Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. This is the 2024 Christmas edition of The Local Show. I'm your host, Tom Soccocio Jr., along with my friend and co-host, Steve Roberts. The Local Show features conversations about local businesses. We talk with the business owners, CEOs, CFOs, entrepreneurs, nonprofits, business advocates, and other business-friendly organizations. We learn how they got into business, why they do business right here in Syracuse, New York, and where their businesses might be going in the future. You're going to hear all about their successes, challenges, opportunities, marketing, and advertising. We're broadcasting from the Zoe Advertising Studios, sponsored by Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts, and you can see us on YouTube. And no festive hats or anything?
I couldn't find my hat, Tom. My Christmas hat. I was looking for.
This. I brought out all of my photo booth props.
Oh,
and I said,
awesome.
I'm going to bring these in, and Steve and I will wear them.
And you forgot them. No, I did that with my lunch this week. I had leftovers. I was all excited about it. I went, I forgot my lunch. I think I may have mentioned this on the air before. When I typically have lunch,
yes,
it's in the fridge. The night before, I put my keys on the lunch. Okay, because
in the refrigerator.
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
So because you can't leave
cold keys.
And they are cold keys, but that's my. I had taken the lunch out and it was ready to go, and I left it next to the sink. But what I do is I I come in, I go, where are my keys? That's right, my lunch. And
I wonder how that affects the key fob and everything.
I don't care because I want my lunch.
Maybe it works. I don't know.
Keys can get cold.
Yeah.
You should know. It used to be your truck.
Oh yeah, that's right. Used to be our Explorer there. Yeah. For a short period of time. You got it. It was still relatively a lot of life in it.
Yeah.
I think you're going to be good.
Put tires on it. I mean, you had it for 3 years, I think, and I got it on the...
Did we do 3 or 2?
Yeah, I think it was 3.
Yeah, maybe 3.
Yeah, it was 3. But no, it's fine. I put some tires in it, and you got to, brakes wear out, all the things but right. It's a great truck, though.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to have you here and with reliable transportation.
There we go.
That's very good. We got a good show for you, folks, all lined up. We're going to talk with Dan Sieburg. He's the CEO and president of Rescue Mission Alliance right here in Syracuse. And then Joe Scrippa will stop by. He's the owner of the Scrippa Group Real Estate and Property Management Team. And then John Kupperman, the owner of Smith Restaurant Supply, just in time for all of your dining experiences that are coming up here. And then we'll talk with Pastor Josh Lane from Redeemer Church here in Syracuse. Joe Bolignone is the founder of Mission Syracuse, and we'll have a conversation with him, and then we'll wrap things up with John Tomino, co-founder of In My Father's Kitchen, right here on The Local Show. So let's say good morning to Dan Sieburg. How you doing there, buddy?
Morning. Good. I'm doing good. I got a board meeting later today, so I figured why not squeeze in a radio show real quick.
Well, you won't be bored here. You'll have some fun. It is the first time I'm meeting you. It seems like you and Steve are old friends.
We've had rendezvous years ago.
Yeah.
But he looked at me. Just before we went there. He's like, "Didn't we have breakfast a long time ago?" I went,
well, a lot of people,
we figured it out.
Yeah, a lot of people who have breakfast with Steve remember it for a long time.
It was either we had breakfast or he owed me money. So I'm glad it was the breakfast.
Probably both.
Are you from Syracuse, Dan, or are you from around here? Or did you grow up somewhere?
I mean, kind of. I'm fully integrated into Syracuse culture. I grew up in Baltimore, but we relocated my senior year of high school, so I got to graduate from Cicero North Syracuse. So I'm a North Star.
Nice. Yes.
And I stayed locally. I went to Cortland State and SU for my master's.
So you came from Baltimore at a very young age.
Yeah, in high school, right.
Yeah. Do you still have family down in Baltimore?
No, we all came up together, and my parents are now retired in Binghamton. I've got some brothers in the Syracuse area.
Was it really Baltimore, or was it like the suburb? Were you in like Glen Burnie or one of those suburbs?
No, it was Baltimore City, right on the north side.
Right there.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, that's great.
I tell you what, I'm not as I've gotten older, I've become less and less of a good traveler. But my sister lived down in Virginia, and we used to travel all that area.
Yeah.
So when I go into Baltimore, I get scared.
I know where this is going.
First thing I do, I go under that thing. You have to go like under something, and then you pop up and you're on that bridge.
Yeah.
That's the big drawbridge.
Right. Yeah, well, that bridge is gone now. Remember that tanker hit
That's
it,
where,
so
and
you shouldn't be scared anymore. There's no more bridges.
Every time we went over that darn thing, I said to the wife, what if that'll never happen.
See that?
See, you dodged it, Tom.
I dodged that one, yeah. So anyway, you come over here. What's your education in?
So I'm a social worker.
Okay.
I'm actually a New York State licensed social worker that somehow became the CEO. I had no aspirations of that, but divine intervention, and that keeps happening for me. So so far, so good.
Yeah, and how many years did you say you've been with the
I've been at the
organization?
mission for 16 years. I've been the
that's a long
CEO
time.
for the last 7. Yeah.
Okay.
You must have been okay at being the social worker thing, and they made you the chief cook and bottle washer, right?
Yeah, right. I think so. I mean, the degree program I was in at Syracuse, it was really for organizational management, how to run not-for-profits or run government agencies that work with people.
Right, because leading with your head, leading with your heart, the answer is yes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But you have to do both or else the thing fizzles up and blows away.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's fundraising, but it's also, staff management and, vision casting and then charting the course for the direction that this big ship is going.
The rescue mission seems to have many tentacles and different components to it. So some people think of the rescue mission as the little box that hangs out over at a grocery store.
That would be the Salvation Army.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, that's true. But I've seen rescue mission boxes as well.
Oh, yeah. You're talking about where we get our donations.
Yeah,
the
donation.
box. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
To me, it can be confusing.
Yeah. Well, and then is the place up in Cicero that I go to.
Yeah.
Is that Goodwill? Is that different or?
Well, we've got a location in Cicero, and we actually have 19 thrifty shopper stores.
Thrifty shops. That's what I'm thinking
all
of.
over Central New York. So I think we've actually, if you think about what businesses have 20 or 19 locations, there aren't many. We've got more locations than Burger Kings and McDonald's.
Well, didn't Judy work at one of them?
She helps. She volunteered. I do have a suggestion for the thrifty shopper.
Sure.
Big and tall department. Could you put that in? Is there anything you could do?
We need a few more people donating.
I'm just saying because it's the lovely selection of people that are normal size and shape, which I'm not. Anyway,
I have not only donated to the Thrifty Shopper, but I've also bought things from Thrifty Shopper, and great place, especially now during the holidays. For those of you who have gently used stuff and want to get rid of it, maybe the rescue mission is a good place. And if you're looking for presents, maybe unique stuff, they have all of that as well. What I like especially is some of the retro stuff that gets contributed.
Yeah, I'll never. There's always the one that always kind of like, why wasn't I there that day? But there's this person that posted a few years ago that they found a 1967 Gibson Les Paul guitar.
Oh my goodness!
In our thrifty shopper that just needed some new strings. I think they got it for $25.
Wow.
So they're incredible.
The treasures are out there. You just got to go hunt for them.
Let me know when you get the Mickey Mantle card.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know if you know this, Don, but several years ago, one of our staff came in and had a Zoe shirt that someone had donated.
I remember that.
Someone wouldn't do that.
Yes. So then they bought it. I'm like, wow, I guess whatever.
It's a circle of life.
Right. So, how many locations do you have of the rescue mission?
So there are 19, mostly in Syracuse, but we go as far as Watertown down to Endwell and Binghamton, and then there's locations over in Seneca Falls, and then all the way over to Utica.
And that's a primary funding source for you guys.
Yeah, right. So Thrifty Shopper, we're somewhat unique in the not-for-profit world that we generate about 68% of the revenue we need just from our clothing and our home goods sales.
Spoken like a leader. 68, not 70, not 60.
I'm watching those numbers.
We're going to dive in even deeper into the rescue mission, and we're talking with Dan Sieburg. He's the CEO and president of Rescue Mission Alliance, and we'll get to that mission statement coming up next and let people know what it's all about too, and all that right here on the local show. Stick around, Christmas edition in full swing.